All right, my name's Megan Riel-Mehan, and I'm a postdoc researcher at UCSF. I've been working for Grant Johnson for a year, and we're a very unusual lab. We do scientific animation and visualization, so it's sort of the interface of science and art. I have an undergrad degree in both chemistry and art. I did my PhD in chemical biology, also here at UCSF, and then became interested in this sort of emerging field of using sort of animation, 3D animation, some game techniques, all for visualizing what we still can't see by other methods. So I'm working on, at any time, like, I don't know, like 5 projects. And whichever one is the most critical at the moment is what I'm kind of working on. They kind of come in waves. So, like today, we have a meeting with the lab the lab that has the 3D microscopy data of cells crawling. So we're going to meet with them. I'm going to show them what I've worked on since we last met.
Back. I mean, we get into that in the life history.
Mm-hmm. I'm working on these visualizations for a diagnostic company in Boston so that they can help educate doctors about why it's important for them to run the tests they have, which is a cholesterol test, but it's a much more detailed test. And so they need to teach the doctors the information that they're going to get from the test and why it's important. So I'm working on those. I don't know, I'm super lucky in that my parents are both professors. They both have their PhDs, and so does my older brother. So I grew up kind of thinking that it was just normal for everybody to go to grad school. I saw how my parents were able to always, again, kind of follow their passions and what they're most interested in. They both technically retired, but they both like what they do so much that they're still working. It seems like they're still working full time. I had an amazing high school chemistry teacher. I remember he said, organic chemistry is what separates the men from the boys. And I didn't really know what organic chemistry was, but I'm like, that sounds like an interesting challenge. So I took organic chemistry in my first year of college. And I again had a very amazing teacher and loved organic chemistry. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. But I also knew with my sort of personality type and interests that I had to take art classes at the same time. And then I realized that if I kept taking 1 or 2 art classes every semester, I'd have another major. I just had to take a couple art history classes. So I did that, and the balance was really, really good for me. The thing that makes me know I'm doing what I should be doing is that I have a lot of those moments where I just completely lose time, you know, where you're just so focused and so entrenched in what you're working on that you don't even realize you've been here for hours. I heard about this concept a little bit ago called hard fun, which is that sort of, I guess I talk about it in computer science, but it's that sort of joy you can only get when something is challenging and then you've overcome that challenge. And I think that's kind of consistent in all science.